Working as intended.
Is it time to move on to more main story? Nope, still class quest to do. Alright, first things first, animal weapon stuff. Because when I just did all the Heavensward dungeons, just heading outside the vault. Hello. What are you up to here? Ah, there you are. I'm glad to see you are unhurt. Pray forgive me. While waiting here, my eyes cannot help but be drawn to the architecture. Breathtaking, is it not? Back to the matter at hand. How fares the animal weapon? Surely by now it has shown some hint of life. The anima took on a corporeal form? Then it has quickened. Girl must hear of this. I will return to Azazlan and relay to him the good news. When you're rested, meet with us there. Look up, look way up. Oh, hi. Where to? Alright, now I gotta do it in my inventory, not equipped. That's the annoying thing about the animal weapons. Or all the class weapons. Always gotta have an extra pair of it in order to turn in. Hanukkah, you returned. Excellent. Thank the bloody gods, maybe now I can stop dreaming like a bleeding Op and tell me what happened out there. I'm guessing things went well? Have you not listened to a word I've said? Monica believes the anima has achieved cognitive self-awareness, manifesting itself as a corporeal form independent of the receptacle you created. I have it up to here with your bleeding cogs and corpses. Speak plain, boy. Having experienced battle together with Monica, the anima has melded with your weapon. More than that, the anima may have taken on a unique physical form. I saw weird sparkly things again. It spoke to you? Remarkable. What did it sound like? And what did it say? It's a girl book. Amazing, the anima is already learning how to communicate. Oh, if only my master were here. I cannot wait to see what else it is capable of. And look forward to going home. Anyone gets the weapon, will ya? I bet there's still room for improvement somewhere or other. Alright, well, here you go. It's blacksmithing time. And I get eye level 200. Ting ting. Did I just show off my sparkly new weapon? What did I tell you? Better than you. That anima was sleeping before, sure as hell ain't sleeping now. Never seen a weapon do that in all my years in the trade. One exquisite glow. It's as if the anima could burst forth at any moment. Hooray, new book! Even though I already have a 270. If seeing an anima is able to take form of its own volition, imagine what it might become when given time. A force that shines bright enough to make the very stars burn with envy. Alright, all done. Make a better one next. It's woken up. And then more quests. Coming to its own, is that the next one? Alright, undertake this job as a scholar. Ooh, it's getting purple. Tetrabiblos. Our dasher is concerned about the animal's growth. This one, I think I have all the items for it already. The animal's growth thus far is well beyond what I expected. By absorbing Aether during our travels, it has matured enough to take on a form separate from the weapon and even speak to Monica. To grow slowly would have required a substantial amount of Aether. However, the soulstone is not without its limits. As it continues to absorb Aether and grow, I fear it may not bear the strain of further development. You're telling me after all the work I did, the anima could swell up like a bomb and burst? You better have a plan to fix it, because I sure as hell ain't starting over. Who exactly do you think you're talking to? This is my life's work, short a time as that may be. Of course I have a plan. If we can reinforce the soulstone and increase its capacity for etheric energies, it should remain stable. I'll speak with Ron and see to collecting what we require. Ah, you had me fooled when you was begging and pleading to steal those Charlene books before. Good to know your incompetence was only for show. Well, seeing as you have everything under control, if you don't mind, I think I'll... Run off to some tavern to get deep in your cups? Sadly, you haven't the time nor the coin for it. Not when you have a new weapon to make for our friend Monica here. A new weapon? I just finished fixing the one she has now. Why the hell do you need another? Just as we develop and change over time, it's only fitting the anima shit as well. Or do you mean to tell me you were always such a gentleman, even as a child? Ah, it never ends, does it? Fine, if it'll help me settle my debt with Rana, you'll have your bleeding weapon. If we're attaching the soulstone to a new weapon, we're gonna need materials for conducting aether. That's where you come in. I need you to go and fetch me some enchanted rubber, fast-drying carbon coat, fast-acting elegant catalyst, and divine water. I know Last Mordona sells them. Christiana's her name. Like as not, you'll find her keeping a corner somewhere at the House of Splendors. They won't come cheap, but you're a resourceful sort. I'm sure you'll think of something. Okay. Off to the donuts. You need 10 of each identified items, as well as 4 of each of these special craft items that no longer have to be high quality. I also have more Numite than I'll need. You only need 15 for one weapon. And I have to do things with it equipped. She's hiding way over here. Anim weapon modification. Customer, you are a customer, aren't you? I mean, I realize this isn't the proper stuff, but I do have wares to sell. That is, if you're willing to buy them. Have you come to buy my wares? You thinking of the materials? I think I have what you're looking for, but it won't come cheap. Truth be told, I don't get buyers for these items all that often, but now that I have you, my new favorite customer, I'm sure to turn a profit, and then I can build a stall of my very own. But I don't want your guild. No, dealing with guild is much too messy. Well, with all the counting and sorting and finding a place to... bartering is much simpler, don't you think? There are a few things I'd be willing to trade for if you're interested. Alright, now I have to get all these goods. Materials. Enchanted rubber takes 10 of these. Alright, let's get all of these done. Alright, now I have to do it when it's in my inventory. Back to Azus Law to get it to what, 210? All these items can be gone through like various methods. Look it up on the wiki. You can do them through dailies. You can get them through Grand Company seals, I think, for some of them. Maybe get everything we need. Good, hand it all over. The weapon too. Adash is ready to work on the soulstone and he won't shut up about it. At least now it'll all be over. Except it won't. Here, have that and have all 4 of these. It's gonna last now. Let's make us a weapon, eh? Alright, up to 210. Alright, hammer my book some more. More victory music. Alright, there's the soulstone, now to hammer it in. Familiar crafting sounds. Tired. Can't say I've ever forged something quite so extraordinary. A weapon fit for your growing anima. And something more than that. Victory music. Shiny. Beauty worthy of Bellas. Tetrabiblos. The gods themselves be jealous of a tome so fine. It's less shiny though. Alright, I take that back. Is it gonna be shiny? Hooray! Hooray, book! Hello. Hey guys, there's a big thing floating in front of you. It's like, stop arguing, you two. You're making mommy concerned. Thank you. You wanna hang out my book some more? Won't you two get married already? Alright, now on to the next quest. Wait till Rono takes a gander at this. We keep this up and she'll be giving me notes of promise. 2 minutes and once to question what use I had for a drunkard with a hammer, but you have proven yourself to be quite competent blacksmith when you're sober. Monica, I'm at a loss as to how to express my thanks. You look danger in the eye, unflinching, risking life and limb to help me. I hope someday I can repay your kindness. Sure, she carried it around a bit, but I made the damn thing. Don't deserve a little more than left-handed compliments. What? The anima manifested itself again? When? when the married couple was fighting. But I didn't see anything. Are you certain? Or is that you only are able to see the anima when it chooses to present itself? Maybe it's got no interest in the likes of you. I suppose the anima is not yet strong enough. Perhaps one day after it's fully matured, we too will be able to behold its wonders. This calls to mind Thavnarian literature on the Zodiac Braves, legendary heroes who wielded arms of unparalleled strength. We happen to have done that already. But soon they will tell tales of a new legend of you and your anima weapon. Don't be getting ahead of yourself, lad. There's no denying it's a beauty, but there's still room for improvement. You just said yourself the anima ain't fully matured yet. I don't need you to remind me of such things. I've kept a rather comprehensive account of everything we have done thus far. With all the data I've collected, it's only a matter of time before the next step in fostering the anima is clear. Which reminds me, Monica, if you care to read over my notes on our work, you are more than welcome to pore over them at your leisure. They are on the table just over there. Alright, that's the way, lad. Every step that brings us closer to finish this bleeding weapon brings me a step closer to life free from debt and that gill-swindling wench Rowena. It's like, do not like. Alright, better weapon. Next quest, anima weapon recreation. Oh no, finding your voice. Please note that complete finding your voice will receive an anima weapon for a scholar. I mean... Alicia has made a breakthrough in its study up to 230 of the anima. Alright, anima be like, Mom, the couple's fighting again. We have made remarkable progress, but our work is far from over. If we are to create a fully free-thinking weapon, we must empower the anima to do more than utter a few unintelligible words to its wielder. Moreover, must be encouraged to recognize you not only as the rightful owner of the weapon, but also as a companion to whom it can turn for guidance, a companion who senses presence where no other can. Quite why that should be is a question which confounded me for some time. It was only after spending countless days poring over my notes that the answer came to me. In my efforts to predict the anima's rate of growth, I realized that I had overlooked an important variable, you, my friend, which is why I took the liberty of investigating you and your dealings in Erosia. Surprise! You're possessed of a rare power known as the Echo, are you not? I read that it conveys a preternatural sensitivity to the psyches of others. And what is the anima but an essence psyche? You're saying we've got to have special powers just to see the bloody thing? Especially that only a handful of folks got. Well, that's just great, that is. Even if Monica and her Echo sporting mates buy 10 weapons each, they ain't like to spend the sums everyone's got in mind. Minimum debts are set to go unpaid. Unless, of course, you thought of a solution. As a matter of fact, I have. Unlike the quasi-souls of golems and other constructs, the anima is unique in that it was created using the pure ethereal energies of astral and umbral nodules. As such, it bears no residual imprint of another psyche and therefore possesses the potential for cognizance and growth. Having no reason or desire to grow, golems can typically subsist almost indefinitely on the energy of their initial ethereal infusion. The anima, however, is quite different. Being in a state of constant development, it requires a constant supply of aether, and while it is capable of sustaining itself by drawing upon the naturally occurring aether of its immediate surroundings, I have theorized that the cause of its marked growth to its point is in fact in close proximity to you. Your weapon serves as a conduit between you and the anima, feeding it energy at a steady, albeit slow pace. If we could somehow improve the weapon's conductivity, I'm certain it would promote faster growth, enhancing the anima's ability to communicate. But that is not all. Should we improve the conductivity sufficiently, the resultant strengthening of the connection between anima and wielder could, in theory, facilitate communication even in the absence of the echo, felling two birds with but a single stone. Which is where you come in, girl. Do you think you can improve the ethereal conductivity of our anima's lodgings? I can't bloody well say no now, can I? I reckon I should be able to get the aether flowing a bit free between Monica and the anima, but it'll come at a cost. By improving the weapon's conductivity, it'll become extra sensitive to anyone touching it, and that includes me when I'm pounding on it with my hammer. My energy's pouring into the anima could muddle up whatever relation Monica's already got with it. I mean, if the bloody thing was to take after me instead of old Monica here. Yes, I'll not deny that taking after a man of your character could certainly prove problematic, but how would you go about preventing such contamination? Contamination, cheeky little shit. Any enemy lucky to take after me. Not just this one and account to how it's Monica's. Don't go worrying, be pretty little ahead anyway, because unlike you, I think my plan's through. It's a matter of making materials impassable to Aether, in case you're wondering. Luckily, I've done something similar before. While I was working with another annoying scholar type, we developed a little trick called Soul Glaze, and it's used to insulate weapons, but materials shouldn't be no different. Of course, I didn't actually make the Soul Glaze myself, but I got a fair idea what might stand in for it. According to a glowing ball I was talking to, the Allagans used something called Aether Oil in their metalworking, and it did pretty much the same job. Glowy ball, one of the nodes. Duly noted. It's true to be rare, expensive, or a bit of both, but you've got experience with this sort of thing, don't you, lass? So run along and find a swag pots that they're out for me to hammer and anvil. Will ya? We got nothing on. We've none of us getting any younger. I'm gonna need some more poetics. I'm of course grateful to you for identifying a solution. It is but a pity you did not think to ask this glowing ball of yours would require. Mayhap next time you would think your plan through a little more, yes? I apologize for this gross imposition, but I fear we must have that Aether Oil if we are to proceed. In the meantime, Geralt and I will continue researching how best to foster the animal's development. I have 2, I think. I might be able to get there. I think there's 350 poetics each, and you need 5 of them, so 1750 poetics. Okay, I have 1. I can afford 1 more. Yes. Guess I'll have to do some dailies and get some poetics. Alright, I haven't played Summoner in a very long time. So of course I can't remember how to play it, but it's at eye level 270. But we have caster things to do. I don't know, I'll just press buttons. As long as I'm pressing buttons, it's fine, right? Need my Carby out, though. Over to Ymitra. Hello. Ymitra has glad tidings she would share with you. You visit me at a most opportune moment. I have tidings that you and of all people should hear. After last encounter, I present our findings to the art of summoning to my fellow scholars. Suffice to say that the response has been enthusiastic. In addition to a flood of offers to assist in my research, I've also been promised the contribution of several rare Allagan tomestones. I imagine that any summoning knowledge hidden within those relics would prove to of great benefit to us both. Should we turn out to Mordona now and pay a visit to Rambros? Or we're heading out to our bro? Like, how does I play scholar or summoner? Press buttons. Press all the buttons. Something, use up your stacks. Fucking physic. Yeah, Rambros before hoes. Hi, I'm finally starting the level 50 quest. How do you fare, my friend? As ever, we here at St. Cornelius remain firmly entrenched in our efforts to activate the secrets of the Allagan Empire. The members of Noah must be armed with knowledge if they are truly to pave the way to the future. I see you're here with the intrepid Ymitra. Might I assume you have come to collect your promised tomestones? I am most eager to sink my scholar's teeth into something new. Allow me to feed your fervor. We have uncovered a number of relics which, on cursory inspection, appear to contain detailed methodology for several summoner incantations. Who better than to decipher their mysteries? Leviathan Ramu Shiva. With every new primal that appears, the importance of a thorough study of summoning magics becomes ever more apparent. Speaking of those particular deities, I'm given to understand that you had a hand in defeating every one of them. Your name features quite prominently in the reports we see from the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And as you were present at each of their downfalls, it then follows that your aura has infused with the essence of those primals. Could it be possible that you would now have the potential to call forth new Eggy? By the 12, of course, the most trying of the prerequisite conditions has already been met. All that remains is to perform the summoning rituals at locations charged with the appropriate elemental energies. Master Umbros, can you suggest any place in which the aetheric balance tips heavily towards water, lightning, or ice? What are you doing? The singing shards should adequately serve your needs for lightning. The area is alive with a constant discharge of crackling energy. Singing shards is then, let us perform the austerities of lightning and attempt to bring forth Ramu Eggy into this world. Alright, do some shocking things. End up getting to level 62 because running dungeons for the Scholar Anima. And I still have to run more later. The 270 step has you running 3 dungeons, and then you have to get light. Hello! What kind of things are going on here? Let us begin the austerities of lightning. Concentrate on shifting your aetheric energies towards the desired element. I sense nothing. I don't understand. All the conditions have been fulfilled. The summoning ritual has never failed us before. Whatever could we be missing? Well, there's little point in us remaining here if Ramu Eggy will not answer your call. Should we return to Gridania? I'm giving up already? You have to run long distances for this one. Inventory's always a mess. Hello. I scouted my research notes for hints as to why the summoning failed, but there are no revelations to be found. I'm forced to conclude that the cause must lie outside our current understanding of the art. Thus shall I begin studying tomestones received from Rambros and hope they contain some heretofore unknown wisdom. Mayhap these new Eggi require a different manner of catalyst? While I delve into this mystery, just to continue practicing your art. We enter an uncharted realm of summoning, you must be prepared, body and spirit. Levels. It's like, practice my art. No, just go and press buttons. Level 52. Reach has new knowledge to share with you. Energy Siphon. What'd you learn from the stones? Greetings. Since we last met, the artist's task of deciphering those tomestones has occupied my every waking moment. I have made significant progress, but the cause of the ritual's failure yet eludes me. I am somewhat heartened, however, by my discovery of a number of new incantations. In fact, there's one spell which I believe you could soon master with the minimum of Pray forgive my interruption. You're the leaders of the research effort on summoning magics, yes? I'm Captain Dancing Wolf of the Immortal Flames. It is fortunate that I find you together, as I have questions for you both. And what the Immortal Flames want with us, Captain Wolf? Does all those military have some vested interest in the activities of summoners? Just one summoner in particular, madam. We seek a man by the name of Tristan. Then you do know him. I've read reports that you had been in pursuit of our former soldier, but I always like to have confirmation on our intelligence. Your Flames has its own reasons for wanting Tristan found. If you have any idea of his whereabouts, then I must know what you know. Didn't we nuke his ass? So Tristan matched his summoning magic against yours and was ultimately consumed in fire, and you are certain he perished? Have we given you reason to suspect otherwise? I do not doubt the veracity of your tale, but there has been an incident. A merchant caravan was recently attacked by a man who, by the description given, closely resembles Tristan in appearance. Should we allow the crime of a former immortal flame to go unanswered, then the integrity of the entire organization would be called into question. I will find him and see that justice is served. We looked on as Tristan was engulfed in flames, not even a charred corpse, and we believed him utterly consumed. Could he have somehow survived that inferno? If he is alive, then we have unwittingly permitted the escape of a known pawn of the Paragons. Captain Wolf, you must allow us to accompany you on your investigation. Your combined expertise in the summoning arts is most welcome, Lady Mitra. The attack occurred on one of the roads out of Camp Drybone. Join me at the settlement proper and we continue the search for witnesses. Alright, so you're going to tank for us in the instances? Alright, head out to the driest of bones. I haven't played my summoner in like months. Hi. Mitra Malagas, we are now cooperating on this investigation. I see no reason not to trust you with some of its duties. Let's split up and find out what these merchants know. Alright, getting put straight to work. That's okay, I'm used to it. 2-2-C, hello, Lullafell. Now that you mentioned that they did just cart in the body of a merchant. Such things are hardly noteworthy around here, though. As such, I failed to take notes. Maybe people hiding in buildings that give me clues. There's somebody. Oh my god! A friend of mine survived the assault. Said he even caught a glimpse of the villain's twisted face. I'm certain he would tell you more had he not left camp the moment his injuries were bound. Aha. The attack out on the road, I heard the man... I hear the man who did it was swathed in a robe that was black as midnight. One of Ifrit's tempered, I should think. So if one merchant left alive to tell a tale, according to my inquiries, our intrepid trader will likely be en route to Highbridge. We may yet catch him on the road if we are swift. I mean, we can fly! Have a carbone with me? Let's fly on it. Haha, that doesn't look good. You okay there? Assaulted importer. Hi, Lullafell. I heard about your war cries. Are you unhurt, sir? Yes, thank you. Well, aside from the injuries I sustained from a previous incident, I suppose. First the caravan and now this. Must all be so eager to usher me into his hall? It's concerning the assault on your caravan that we endeavored to seek you out, sir. Is there aught you can tell us of the attacker? I should be glad to see him brought to justice. Though I did not see his face in any great detail, concealed as it was in the depths of a black cowl, I did glimpse a lock of silvery hair. By his stature, I marked him of here in stock, and by his fiery servant, a hell-spawned demon in disguise. A fiery servant? Something like this? Thal's balls, that's the one! Where do people find those things? The villain was in command of the Ifrit Eggi then, and we know the affinity Tristan has for primal flame. All evidence points towards our man. Alright, peace out. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. You have been of great help to our investigation. I'll think nothing of and consider it poor recompense for my rescue at the hands of this gallant adventurer. I must report these developments to my superiors at the Hall of Flames. Pray join me in Alda. There is more I wish to discuss with you. So is that where my summoner quests are going to take me now? Looks like it. At least I don't have to run all the way back to Ymitra. Alright, you use Aether Charge, you have to wait for it to go away, and then you get to summon your shit. Starting to remember this stuff. You know Tristan's older brother, Kahedin? Both were soldiers in service to the Emerald Flames. Both were soldiers under my command. Our unit was one of many deployed on the mission to destroy the Primal Ifrit, an operation that succeeded in a staggering cost. Those who were not incinerated were tempered, with Kahedin suffering the latter fate. As you all know, Primal's power is healed by the faith of its thralls, and the greatest mercy we can grant such unfortunate swift journey to Thal's hallowed halls. Tristan volunteered to end the cursed existence of his own brother. He returned to Alda with Kahedin's blood on his blade, and I watched helpless as the guilt slowly strangled the life in his eyes. No words of comfort could reach him, and when he at last quit the flames, he was a husk of the man he once was. Never did I imagine his grief-maddened mind would drive him to such desperate evils. Tristan was my soldier, and it is my responsibility to stop him. Thanks to your aid, we are mounting proof that he is still out there. When we are ready, we shall make our move. We are content to follow your lead in this, Captain Wolf, and we should certainly be fully prepared if we are to meet the Dark Summoner in battle. To that end, I will teach you one of the incantations I gleaned from those repositories of Algan wisdom. 'Tis a spell of damaging magic, employed in combat by the Summoners of Eld. Let's call upon Captain Wolf again once you have mastered its use. It would not do to engage Tristan while stumbling over unfamiliar magics. All I'm going to do is just read the tooltip and see where it lies. Alright, we get to do superpower things. What do we got here? Is that one of the other classes? Superpower! Get to siphon some energy. That's the Viper class quest. Just an AoE version of Energy Drain. Alright, what do I learn here? Ruin 3, Ruin Mastery 2. Dancing Wolf waits your turn, a grave expression upon his features. Auspicious timing, Monica. There has been news, and none of it good. Our soldiers in Central Thanel have reported another attack. I looked over the notes for the initial investigation, and it seemed Tristan, or someone who looks very much like him, has struck again. One of my own men contract Micho with the details, but I suggest we head out to the Nanawa mines immediately and question one of the surviving victims. Sounds like mines belonging to a Lalafell. Hello, what do you mean more questions? I spilled material to 3 different soldiers already. I mean, work gets further and further behind every time I gotta stop and talk to you folk. Here's an idea though, how about you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours? That big lad in the uniform there looks like he could lift some good-sized rocks. How about you lass? You some sort of mage? We've had some trouble with the local Spriggans swiping our fire silver. And you're just the woman to get it back. The stuff's as rare as chocobo teeth, you know. Now just a moment, sir, we don't have the time for these distractions. Then maybe I don't got the time to talk to you, not until there's a little give in with your take. It's like, dang it. I fear means to be stubborn about this. Please humor the man and retrieve his precious ore from the Spriggans. Meanwhile, you go do some heavy lifting. Purple stuff. Just make him fester. Uncle Fester. Did you get some fire? There's the last one. Spriggan scratchings. And use my stacks. Get festered. So it looks like, what, 3 enemies? Is when it gets better? You find the springs last? What about my fire? Your fire silver. Like, dude's tired. I only got the whole lot back. Much appreciated. My apologies, my studies took rather longer than Captain Wolf. Is everything alright? Everything's fine. Let's hear your story, sir. I reckon you've earned it. Well, we was in the mine loading the carts with our haul for the day when this bloke in Rose appears. Doesn't say a word, that bastard just snaps fingers and sets his pet demon to light and mates on fire. Ifrit, Monica, if you would be so kind. Is it this? Bloody hell, that's the fiend I saw. 'Tis a fear then, and this robe-clad man, do you have any idea why he attacked you? Well, lass, there's more than silver to be had from Nanawa. On a good day, we dig up our fair share of crystals as well. That seems to be what he was after. I'm not ashamed to say that I fled for my life once folks started going up in flames, and when I went back to sort out the mess, the cart that had the crystals in it was empty. He took them all? Every single one, and that's all that I've got to say about that. Hope you catch the bastard. Peace out. Crystals. There was a crate of crystals on the list of goods stolen from that caravan. He must have taken everything else to conceal his intent. Our Corey grows careless, or simply impatient. This time I re-examined certain other incidents that we did not think related to this case. Meet me at the Hall of Flames and we shall discuss the matter further. I can imagine only one reason why such a man as Tristan would seek to require wealth of crystals. Come, let us not keep Captain Wolf waiting. Just wolfing things down. Alright, I'm back. Find anything new? I inspected our incident records, paying close attention to cargo manifests that include crystals. We had attributed several recent raids to the Amalja, but the victims were, every one of them, burned to death. Not entirely impossible considering Lizardman's affinity for fire, but to not find a single arrow or spear wound? That's the spirit. It is highly unlikely. Perhaps I should state aloud what we are all thinking. Judging by the sheer number of crystals involved, we must assume that this villain intends to call forth a primal. After my encounter with Ifrit, I learned just how devastating powerful these entities can be, and I believe that summoners, with their ability to harness such power, hold the potential to achieve great things. But if Tristan truly is mad enough to summon a primal, then that unthinkable act, and the bloody deeds he performed in preparation for it, will cause people to question the motives of all who practice the summoner's art. My studies of Tomestone revealed to me a tale of adulation. The summoners of Alleg were revered as heroes for their part in defeating the ancient primals. Barbarians slowly turned to revulsion as practitioners intoxicated by their own immense power began wielding the art of summoning as a means to further their own selfish ambitions. That is not to say, of course, that all summoners chose to become tyrants. Amongst the common people, however, it became a strongly held superstition that those who meddled in the powers of primals ultimately fell into the embrace of evil. This superstition blossomed into outright terror, and that is when the mage hunts began. By the end of the third astral era, the last of the summoners had vanished from the age of history, from that stage of history. And should we allow Tristan to go through with his plans, and we risk a repeat of that tragedy, or review the state of patrols on the crystal trade routes, we will catch him. I believe I joined you at the Nano Mines. I was able to recover another incantation that may prove useful in the coming days. Wield its power wisely. Alright, learning more superpowers. It's like, does Summoner have a lot of buttons? Alright. Superpower! You are granted Lost Wisdom of Ancient Alleg. Oh, it does upgrade Ruin 2 to Ruin 3. Yep. My quest is complete. Now take the next one. 56. Mad, Bad, and Ebon-clad. Dancing Wolf is ready to go on the offensive. Greetings, I hope you're prepared to take actions. Ever since we increased our presence on the trade routes, our black-robed villain has ceased his attacks. It is our turn to go on the offensive. With the blessings of my superiors, I've arranged for a lightly guarded shipment of crystals with which we will lure Tristan into an ambush. And I want you there when we spring the trap. I've already sent word to Yumitra and she will meet us at Camp Blue Fog. Let us bring an end to this. I mean, it can't be the end of this. This is only the level 56 quest. There's still 2 more to go after this. Okay, here, good. Our crystal couriers have just left camp. The plan is simple. The caravan will head towards the processing plant, but convenient break and axle before reaching the east watchtower. We three will take up separate positions nearby and wait for Tristan to take the bait. I read the driver complaining long and loudly about the lack of a suitable escort for his precious cargo, so we can be reasonably sure that an attack will come. I trust you no further explanations. Head to your assigned position and do your best to keep out of sight. Alright. Destination. Alright, what's going on here? Bad things? Not an instance? Just casually strolling around this area. Arg, it burns, it burns! Found him. Now we go do some purple stuff. Purple stuff. Get fucked. Guess my gear's a little bit too good for this. You may now summon. But first, let's check out what's going on here. You guys okay? Talk to me, soldier. I'll live, Captain. He popped right out of thin air. It took me by surprise. The same happened to me. Another man in dark robes stepped through some manner of portal and assailed me with spells. My physician also came on attack, an underling, judging by the case with which I dispatched him. The ease with which I dispatched him, but I've never before seen such teleportation magics. No, it cannot be. You know this man, Captain Wolf? This is Kahedon, Tristan's brother, but how? He was tempered, slain. And now both siblings have disappointed me. I should exercise more care in choosing my pawns. And asking in that voice, you were the one who taught Tristan the art of summoning. Have you come to inflict yet more misery upon the world? Tristan? Yes, that was the other's name. I hoped to groom him, granting him the knowledge of Alex's mages that he might unleash his wrath against the primals. Alas, he was all too easily vanquished. No matter, the Bringer of Light has proven a more than adequate replacement for my failed Godslayer. With every primal you kill, the Beastman's fervor grows ever hotter. We need but supply the tribes with crystals and watch as they summon ever more terrible deities. When the confluence of chaos reaches peak, the world shall be swallowed in darkness. Our master shall rise again. All aboard the Zodiark. He's gone. We should be gone as well. I shall see that my soldier is treated for his wounds, then await you outside the Hall of Flames. Are you going to kill an Ascian in this quest line? I'm back. I believe some reassessment is in order. We now know that the black-robed menace we thought to be Tristan was actually his brother, Kaladin, a reanimated puppet under the control of an Ascian. Both brothers were present at Ifrit's defeat, so Cadence Aura too would have been stained with the primal's essence, which, if I understand correctly, would explain his ability to command the Aggie. But for the Ascian to raise the lad's corpse and press him into service as a pet summoner, I shall see the Blackguard suffer for his cruel depravity. Now the Paragon has many crimes for which he must answer, but we must move with great caution. The power of these immortals is not to be underestimated. I'll return to Gridania and redouble my efforts to decipher the remaining tomestones. We cannot face an Ascian unprepared. Alright, come back at level 58. Well, guess what? I'm already at level 58. Dreadworm Trance, Aether Charge Mastery. Netimo seems impatient to confront your elusive enemy. If you come for word on the Ascian, I fear of little progress to report. We did, however, hold a service for Kaina and assembled the soldiers from his old unit, and together we conveyed his remains to the priest of Thal. As for Thanelin's trade routes, there is still the odd raid by bandits or beastmen, but not that involves men in black robes. I must confess I am at a loss as to how we might track our foe. I have spoken with Mitra. I believe she has new findings to share with you. All the way back to Gridania. Imagine if you couldn't warp and it takes a ship every time. This game would take forever. Hello, kitty. Do I get to learn anything new? There you are. We have much to discuss. I have been engrossed in my studies, you see, seeking every advantage for our inevitable clash with the Ascian. As I struggle to unravel the ancient knowledge of the tomestones, I unlocked a good many mysteries, including the reason why you were unable to call forth Ramuegi. When you summon an avatar, you draw upon your body's reservoir of Aether to grant life and form to what is known as an arcane entity. That much we already knew. I had, however, overlooked the simple fact that our Aetheric reserves are finite. Thus, the magnitude of Eggie that you are able to summon is limited by the extent of your own life force. Simply put, if the Eggie is too powerful, then the summoning fails. But do not despair, the summoners of Alaga devised a method by which one might circumvent this intrinsic limitation. Rather than attempt to summon a separate physical manifestation of certain Eggie, the most accomplished mages discovered that far less Aether was required to infuse themselves with the essence of a primal's power. The technique by which a summoner would achieve this heightened state was known as a trance. What say you, Monica? Shall we see if we can master this method? It may even allow you to contend with the Paragon, but not if the essence is of an ordinary primal name. We must set our sights on the most powerful entity, the most fierce. I speak of the Elder Primal Bahamut. On the day of the calamity, the dragon vanished in an explosion of so massive that its Aether was carried to the far corners of Eorzea. You, among many others, have already been touched by his essence. All that remains is to perform the meditative ritual in a place steeped in Bahamut's energies, and you should be able to enter the trance of the Dreadworm. As for setting foot within the only suitable location, I believe Captain Wolf can assist us. Shall we pay him a visit? So does that speak if you've already finished the, what is it? The Binding Coils? Or is there something separate? This game does have a lot of different orders you can do things in. Will my outbursts get upgraded so that it's better on like 3 enemies instead of 4? Mitra is certainly not one to do things by half. She petitioned me to help gain entry to the aether-soaked wasteland of the Cardinal Flats. The Flats are disputed territory jointly administered by the 3 member nations of the Eorzean Alliance, and attempting to earn full minutes to the area as a bureaucratic nightmare. As a matter of stand, I was only able to secure permission to visit the Middle Flames airship landing. If we wish to enter the Flats proper, we'll have to do so under the cover of night. Prepare yourself for a tense journey, then make your way to the landing here in Ul'dah. I have one of our elite flyers standing by. We go to the airship landing. Where are the elevators here? Isn't there one around here? Yes. And it's an instance. I'll be fly to the front door of the Flats, but that's as far as you're authorized to go. Stand the landing or face the consequences. Alright. Do I get to hear lots of things spawning? Do I get to AoE the everything? Enemy spawns? Or cutscene the enemy spawns? This is the PvP zone, isn't it? Isn't this the one we haven't been to in a while? This one's disabled? So this is what became of the Cardinal Flats. Never before have I sensed such tainted aether. Doesn't linger long. Turn your mind now to Bahamut's terrible majesty. Allow his power to seep into your very being. Get possessed. Nothing remaining to deepen your meditations. Do you truly attempt to harness the might of Bahamut? The essence of the Elder Primal shall tear your mortal frame asunder. Chaos rises in the presence of power, but you, bringer of light, can be allowed to shine no brighter. Come and be doused in the endless waters of the 12th chalice. Get to beat up an Ascian? Oh, his power shall never be yours. It's not abandon the ritual. Use Bahamut's residual energies to unlock the trance. You will play with fire, then perish in infernal flames. Where are these? Hit it with fire. Fight fire with fire. So do I just beat him up? Quest with your senses, there will be pockets of lingering aether. Find the dense concentrated focus. Oh, there's some lingering aether. Any more aether? Just around this area. Another Eggy? He won't stop, will he? Fuck up that Eggy. More aether. Get attuned. You're a persistent bringer of light. With love of thaw. Won't you meditate a little faster? I don't see any more meditation spots. Like, what more do you want from me? I don't think you're having trouble. Dancing Wolf's still at full hit points. There's Aether. Save these for when he summons another Eggy. Just don't understand. The waters of this 12th chalice are endless. Ah, jerk. Pop you with some fire. Get some more lingering. Ow! I didn't even do anything. Bacon and eggies. Alright, any more aether? Where's the other at? There's some. Dang it, will you stop that? I'm trying to get aether. They just spawn more when I pick up one. These things aren't very strong though. Alright, where's more aether? There's more aether. So I fuck you in your circle. And your flare spell. Do I have enough of it? These guys just get murdered. The might of the dread worm. Chance is yours. Now murder these guys. Did it. Click on stuff, win game. If I didn't anticipate this, you should not have been able to complete the meditations under such duress. But I shall not underestimate you again. Our next meeting shall be our last, bringer of light. We did it. We faced a paragon and lived. I mean, I've been doing that for a while. It's all thanks to you. You and the tower and the towering might of Bahamut that you now command. Remember coming up here on PvP and killing the nodes? Despite the Ascian's interference, we achieved what we came here for, but I'm afraid this is not the place to celebrate. Let us return to the landing before the dawn's light finds us in the forbidden territory. Alright, punching more Ascians in the face. Kicking their Ascian. Oh, I hear spawn things. Don't feel like walking back. Don't have any other level 60s yet, right? I just need to level my monk, my samurai, my warrior, my dark knight, my ninja a bit. I think most of them are up to the 54 quests, though. We have reason to rejoice, my friends. It would seem our clandestine adventure went unnoticed by my superiors, and more importantly, we seized the upper hand in a battle against an Ascian. The trance did appear most effective against our immortal foe. For such a hurried night's work, we managed to reap quite a harvest indeed. But it was a pity the bastard fled when he did. I would have liked to have settled the score then and there. That's what level 60 quest is for. 'Twas for the best, Captain Wolf. If we would truly defeat the Ascian, then we must be prepared to destroy him utterly, body and soul. If you find new ways to destroy them, instead of firing aether beams. It'll be useful information. Superpower! Hooray, you've been granted the lost wisdom of ancient Allag. Get some Dreadworm trance. Dancing Wolf is awaiting Mitra's arrival. Astral Flow. I level 210 gear I'm not going to use. Alright. Final quest. I was about to send for you. Mitra should be here any moment. I wonder if we're all here. I've been pondering some metaphysical theories, and will discuss my conclusions with the both of you. Ever since the battle on the Flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to science and the research, the Paragons are effectively immortal. They are said to be ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal host after mortal host in an endless procession down the ages. Once Monica had acquired the Dreadworm trance, the haste with which the Ascian withdrew did not seem to me the action of a being who harbors no fear of death. Thus to pose the question, could it be that the 12th Chalice and his black-masked brethren are not as practiced in the art of possession as their red-veiled masters? At the time of the battle, our bodies were the only available hosts nearby, assuming that he also lacked superior facility to flee to the space betwixt worlds. I suspect that our foe's sudden encounter stemmed from inability to force his soul into our living vessels. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kahedron to serve as his puppet. I believe the theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we are able to deliver the 12th Chalice to a location devoid of potential hosts, then we might succeed in destroying him for good. Then what we're waiting for, we must begin devising a plan to draw the villain from hiding. Not so fast, Captain Wolf. We must first obtain the means by which we can ensure the Ascian's demise. A coup de grace delivered before he has the chance to retreat. There is a passage within the last tombstone that describes how the power of a trance can be unleashed in a single devastating blast. Aether lasers! The technique itself, however, was not explained. According to my research, it can only be learned from a forbidden book found on the shelves of the Great Google Library. To each library require a long approach journey over Abelathi's spine into the wilds of the Dravanian hinterlands, but I believe we three are up to the task. Should we be on our way then? The key to defeating the 12th Chalice will soon be within our grasp. Alright, off to Idleshire. Idling through things. Transgauge expanded. A flair for the dramatic. Must be fair getting either out. Just a couple more days of doing the main story roulette. Instance time. Going to the Great Google Library. Again. It's like I just finished in here. Oh, I heard enemies spawning. We get to do the dungeon. Now that we are all arrived, we can enter the library and begin our search for the Forbidden Tome. You have strayed far from the safety of your cities, foolish mortals. Whatever could you be planning? Again, always he has the worst possible moment. 'Tis no coincidence, I fear, and this time he leaves not to chance. AoE time? 'Twas amusing at first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but too insistent is your dabbling. Those who will not dance upon our palms shall be crushed within our fist. No more shall we endure your blinding effulgence. There can be no rival to the encroaching darkness. You have earned the ire of Lahabrio's most loyal servants. Did you imagine the battle end with our master's defeat? Stand now, bringer of light, and suffer the pain of our retribution. Would it not be wiser to retreat and seek the tome another day? You mean to afford us no such opportunity, my dear captain? Either we stand and fight or we die. So what if you haven't finished the story here and Lahabria is still alive? Zap the shit out of you. A long cast time. You've grown in power, 'tis true, but it shall not be enough. Is it rock time? To get behind the rock? I don't know what we're supposed to do with that rock, but you're getting your ass kicked. You're really getting your ass kicked. Giving you all the pew-pews. I cannot have undone. I have failed you, master. Well, that was easy. Probably because of my gear. Alright, are you gonna get aether lasered? How? We were raised into greatness by Lahabri himself. You defeat my master bringer of light. Mayhap it is meet that your strength was beyond us. But the day will come. You'll not escape us this time, Ascian. Now, unleash your power! Oh, this is gonna drag on. Oh, I'll get fucked! Murder. It is done. The Paragon is no more. A most impressive spell, but when did you learn how to cast it? Did you not require the library's tome? Excited. My apologies, Captain, but in order to deceive one's enemies, 'tis best to begin with one's friends. There was never any such book. All that Monica truly required was a catalyst of battle to focus her energies. You know, once the Ascian observes us traveling towards the library, he would assume we saw some long-buried wisdom. He cannot risk leaving Monica free to gain even greater power. Happy music. And so this entire journey was a feint, a trap to lure him into the wilds. Bwahaha! Well, you certainly had me fooled. Remind me never to cross wits with you. Just get married already. Alright, level 60 quest complete. Come back once you finish the main story, all the way up to, what, 3.5? Together we have achieved something of which few people can boast. The defeat of an Ascian. Never could I have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also be put to rest. Long have I been haunted by the horrors of that Ifrit mission, but at last I feel a measure of peace. I'll return to Ul'dah and have a gravestone for Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it will be a place where the survivors from his unit can pay respects to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances. Alright, heading back to Gridania. Nope, we're finished right here. I too would extend to you my gratitude. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented something's tragic history from repeating itself in a new age. You must take greater precautions against this ancient art falling into the wrong hands. I'll work alongside my colleagues in the Suns and be sure that the spread of summoning is closely monitored. If only must uncover a lasting solution to the primal predicament, there must be a way to break this self-perpetuating cycle of meeting force with force. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals and summoning, and offer the Suns whatever support I may, while I am certain our paths shall cross again. Alright, head back to Gridania. Walk on home. And superpower, Astral Flow, and then Death Flare. Alright, superpower time? I think it's superpower time. We need more superpowers. Yes. Superpower, you have granted lost wisdom of ancient Elag. Once again. Alright, story concluded. Come back once you finish more main story quests. Now for something completely different. Gotta make Gridania a nice clean map. Oh, I can open Gunbreaker now. Hello, it's been so long. This guy be beaten off. Timbermaster being as need of the wandering carpenter. Oh, Monica, I trust you have continued carving away at perfection in our art. I have a somewhat unusual request for you today, finding the owner of an errant spear. A member of Gridania's finest brought it to me after discovering it during his patrol. How it ended up in the North Shroud is a mystery, but it is a fine piece of craftsmanship. The style is undeniably Ishgardian, though few could tell as much, as the spearhead is missing. To a master, however, the love of both carpenter and wielder for this weapon is obvious. The haft has been worn smooth through use, revealing the quilted pattern of the wood. It is a king amongst lances. I thank the whaler for his help, though it is a great pity he could not find the spearhead. Regardless, it deserves to be returned to he who loved it. I know I'd be distraught if I lost such a treasure. As guildmaster, my duties keep me firmly rooted here. Yes, you, as an adventurer, have spread your branches far and wide, hence why I have brought it to your attention. Thankfully, the lance gives us clues to its owner here, the winged crown of the 12 temple knights carved upon the shaft. Of course, this only somewhat narrows the field, but a member of their order may be able to help. Judging by the age of the spear, the more veteran, the better. In any case, I now leave this in your capable hands. That's the spirit. Alright, going to Ishgard for this. Will I be going to Ishgard for the leatherworking one too? Because I already finished botanist here. There's still strict leatherworker dude here. The one who doesn't give a fuck. Give us tested demands your attention. Monica, good. Something's happened recently that has not happened in a long time. An order has come from Ishgard. A merchant named Eld has requested a selection of Fenye's finest good. Fenye's? I've seen to it personally that she will get our best. I want you to deliver the guild samples to her at the Jeweled Crozier, but only because I can trust the important task of this task to you and you alone. If I know anything of merchants, this is a prelude to a substantial order. The guild will not take it. Our production puts the balance of the 12s with enough pearl as it is. You want me to help them? There, I believe you can turn her down without offering offense. And if she insists, you have learned how to say no from me. In any case, I trust I won't be hearing more about the matter. What if I say yes? I was daily double this up. Hi, veteran Temple Knight. I have been with the Temple Knights for more years than I care to remember. Outlived more than a few whelps, too. So how might I help you, lass? Do you know about this? 7 hells take me. I haven't seen a lance like this since I was a squire. Then it was like to be as old as me, or dead. Who was that one bloke? Some fool joined the order round when I did, only to get himself killed by Beastkin. The reason I remember him is because we found everything but his lance. Had a son too, craven lad by the name of Bartholomew. Known to hang around the Brume. Take the lance to him if you like, but if I'm right about it, I'm glad it's broken. Any lance that couldn't fend off a few beasts has no place with Temple Knights. Spit. Rude. Alright, what's brooming down here? Alright, Bartholomew. Hi, Bartholomew is my name. What business does adventure like yourself have with a lowly soldier like me? That's the spirit. Do you recognize this? This is my father's spear, and you say it was in the Black Shroud? I was just a boy the last time I saw this. 'Twas the day my father rode off to battle the horde astride his steed. Fine man of Temple Knights. Last time I saw him alive, too. We got his body back by and by, mangled though it was to the 7 hells. Killed by measly beastkin of all things. Damn milksop. That's the way of Ishgard adventure. A man killed by dragons is a hero, and a man killed by beasts, well, let's just say I've had my father thank for the pox on my house. As I see him honor his mind to reclaim, I'll show the Temple Knights I'm worthy of their ranks with the only proof they'll accept a Gervanian's corpse. But not fight with the spear. I've no desire to be mauled to death like my father. The bow's my weapon now, or would be if I had a proper one to hunt dragons. You said you're a woman of the Carpenter's Guild, didn't you? Could you do it? Fashion me a proper composite bow, I mean? To the sudden request, I know, but... Philippales? One moment, son, I'm busy, but why don't you say hello to the adventurer? Hi, Phil. Or not. See ya. I have to excuse the boys, it's just me and him now. I fear his manners have suffered for it. He's a bright lad, I'm training him to wield the bow. We'll eat for a week on the fowl he brings home. But I've got no delusions, this is a hard life. I want better for him. But back to the matter at hand. I'm not a rich man and I don't have the guild to pay for a composite bow, but given time I can scrape a bit together, and then I'll expect your finest. Alright, I'm just here for the crystals. Give me more crystals, please. Alright, level 53. Guess what? I'm way past 53. Alright. You get a clawhammer for your troubles? You can see the ambition burning in Bartholomew's eyes. I was about to look for you. I've been checking the markets, and by reckoning I have enough to pay for the best holy cedar composite bow you can fashion if you'll allow me a discount. I had to kill a number of lesser dragons for this coin. The pay's shit since any fuel with a pointed stick can do for them. Your money's in the greater Gervanians, 'tis where the glory is too. But bro, let me take one's head and win my knighthood with any luck. Ask you on bended knee, friend, accept what I can pay and make me a fine bow. Is that about it? Long dream to owning a fine holy cedar composite bow. Please, adventure, I happen to have a high quality one. Why, 'tis light as a feather. Even in mail my arm will never tire while holding it, and the draw weight's thrice that of my last bow. Aye, this'll fling a heavy broadhead a good 200 yalms. Thank you, my friend. To the truth, I don't mean to hunt any just dragon. I've got a target in mind. Gruvilu. Bastard might as well be covered in steel armor. Even knights can't pierce his scales with their lances, let alone their arrows. But a well-timed shot from this bow might slide between his plates. He's woken from a long sleep, you see. Last time he did, he left a trail of corpses. The guru's head will win me my knighthood and a better life for my boy. Not that Phil sees it that way. Could you call him? He's always away from home these days. Spends all his time hunting out near the manufactory. As a man of fact, I can. Hanging out on the bridge. Yeah, everybody here has such weird names. I'm just gonna call you Phil. Can't you see I'm busy hunting? These birds come into the city to avoid the winds. They're easy to catch even without a bow. I just lay out traps for them. Father wants me to come home? No, he keeps leaving to fight dragons no matter how many times he gets hurt. I don't want to see him. Aww. Boy just wants dinner. Now look, sorry to have to put you through that. I just want to see his face before I left. But no matter, I'm off to hunt, and if the gods are good, I'll have slain the guru by the time we meet next. Alright, should I just take one of these and dismantle it? It's probably worth more than 1,500 gil. Alright, next quest. Holy 800,000 experience. I'm at level 69 and I only need 2.5 million. Brother has a gloomy air about him. Things did not... Well, I've not yet won my knighthood. Not on account of your bow. Why, I wager I could send an arrow clean through the greatest dragons, but it would require the right bowman to do it. I fear I'm not that bowman. Wait for the right moment and loose the shot with all my strength, only to watch Vilo dodge it with ease. All I did was anger the dragon, and his ire was terrible. I had to be dead by rights. It's a miracle that priest passed by when he did. I owe him my life, and I'll not leave that debt unpaid. But I was unsure how I might go about it until you showed up. You're a craftsman of no small repute. Couldn't you make the man a staff for me? He's something of a conjurer. I've no doubt he would admire your handiwork, though I can't say I know what kind of staff he'd like. You'll have to take that up with the man himself. Please make him whatever he desires. On my honor, he will not go unpaid. Crafting for the masses. Gondelambod. Like these names, though. What's this person's name gonna be? Oh, just Orthodox monastic. Can I help you? Sent to repay me, you say? Even after I insisted that I didn't need anything. Oh, well, you know how these fellows are. Never happy until their honor is satisfied. Well, I shan't play coy any longer. My cane was damaged, and it's about time I had a new one. I would welcome a dark chestnut rod if you'll be so kind. Well, I just happen to have one. Can I find your way to crafting a dark chestnut rod, my child? Yes, a high-quality one. Enjoy. Howling above, the wood feels alive, warm, as if it still remained rooted in the ground. Well, I can attend to far more ailments now. This is a masterwork. And you mean to say that you made this, my child? I mean no offense, of course, but I expect something less than this. Phil is a fine boy, but when he promised to repay me for interceding on his father's behalf, I did not think he would have the means to do so. That is a big saw. I beg your pardon, his father commissioned you? I brought a clutch of fowls, thanks. They're good plump ones, too. Philippi says that is most kind of you. I very much appreciate the thought. But a growing boy needs food more than I, eh? Please take them for yourself. What your father sent was thanks enough. Father sent thanks? My father? Indeed, my dear boy, he's an honorable man, like father, like son, eh? Now I must be going. There are many and more who need tending, and I'm itching to try the staff. Let me keep you all. Oh, and pass along my thanks to both of you, if you please. You didn't believe in Papa? I'm the one who told the monastic, told him that my father might get hurt fighting the dragon. But don't you dare tell father what I did, knowing I asked for help would only shame him. If only he'd stop this nonsense on his own. He just wants what's best for you, boy. Did the priest like it? I'll wager he did at that. You made it after all. It's not much, but here, your payment. I'm off to practice. I'm no true archer yet, but that almost cost me my life. But no matter what, I must suffer that dragon to live. Alright, more stuff to desynth. Level up. Level 70. Brother, your face is the picture of steely resolution. I'm glad of the chance to see you. Since we last spoke, I've spent every spare moment at the butts. I'm not confident I'm worthy of your weapon, and with some luck, I'll be able to lay Guru low. In fact, I have already left to do so, but the bow has gone missing. Haven't seen Philippalis today either. You don't think? Quickly help me search. I'll look for the boy around the Brume if you take the holy stables. Dragon hunting is not a stable job. Hi, did you steal the bow? Do you have it? If he doesn't have this bow, he can't leave. Phil, what in the seven hells were you thinking? Why do you have to fight Guru Vilu? What if you don't come back this time, father? What then? Son, I will come back. Why do you think I took up the bow? The dragon can't hurt me if he can't hit me. Like he didn't hit you last time, he'd be dead if I hadn't told the priest. What's that? I told him I begged him to help so you could have died, father. Philippius, I never knew you worried so. But you've got to understand, there's no other path to knighthood for me. Without the dragon's head, we've got no future. And you deserve more than this life, son. I like this life. I don't want you to die, father. Son, now hug. If you really must fight him, then find a safer way. If there were one, we'd all be dragon slayers. Have you even tried? My snares catches birds. Couldn't a large trap catch a dragon? Then you could kill it with ease. Aye, I suppose so, aye. We need the right kind of wood, but Monaco could help with that, couldn't you? That's the best idea I've heard so far. Some might call me a craven, but I can take that for the boy's sake. Let's give it a try. Can't leave them all alone like it was. We'll need your help, Monica, and good lumber. For Guru, I'd say 3 lengths at least. Do you know what won't splinter even when holding a livid dragon? Well, what about your timber master? Wouldn't he know? We're gonna birch this shit up. Gotta go all the way back to Gridania. Then again, Ishgard's pretty close to Gridania. I'm back, and I need advice. A snare for a dragon, that Ishgardian spear has led you to unexpected places, it seems. Well, I can tell you a greenwood best suits your need. The dragon's ire will destroy a lot less pliable. New cut lumber can freeze, however. You must needs find a type resistant to cold climes. Nothing really jumps to mind, but I do know a botanist who works in the cold of Coerthas. He goes by the name of Roydaloin, and you'll find him at Skyfire Locks. He's an expert of sorts, and I suggest you consult with him. Haven't I gone to this guy multiple times for information? I went here for botany, right? Dude up in his little hut over here. Hello, Roydaloin. How to trap a dragon, eh? Well, you certainly don't want for ambition. I believe birch would be best for your purposes. The wood doesn't have the beauty of oak or teak, but it has no equal when it comes to flexibility. Moreover, it absorbs little moisture as a greenwood and will not turn brittle by freezing. Head on back to deliver some birch. Birch, please. Actually, a quest called Birch, please. I'm working on my completionist. Lev completionist. And taking all these quests is probably going to bring me up to like level 80 for Carpenter. Hi, Barthy. I mean, you like finding the proper lumber? Yes, and I happen to have it already, too. Birch, if it's as flexible as it's saying, Grooville won't be able to break free. I think I can build a fine trap out of this. You know you went to some trouble. Here, have this. It's not much, but hopefully it shows my thanks. Now let's see if I can't get that dragon, eh? Get some more control. I'm just gonna toss all this on an alt. I've got a storage for all this extra materia. More fierce than fire. You need the advanced recipe contained in Master Carpenter 3. I don't have it, but I don't need it because I've already crafted that with an alt. With my main. Both of you's furrowed brow does not look promising. I had Monica right in the trap, writhing, but I made a stupid mistake too. Grooville couldn't force his way out, but, well, I never took him for a fire breather. Of course, I loosed arrows like a madman when he broke free, but my arrows just bounced off his scales, so I fled like I promised. Phil. But I'm done yet. The experience has taught me that I don't know Grooville as I ought to. He must have a weak spot on me to find it. I'd like your help if you're willing. His armor is a problem. I got to figure out how to pierce it, and he thrashed about in the trap enough that I'm wagering he left a scale behind. Could you go and examine the wreckage? If it's in the convictory now, give the soldier there my name and he'll let you have a look. We'll discuss strategy when you return. For the moment, I'd like to spend some time with my boy. Dude's being a good father. It's over... Where is this? Oh yeah, out in Coerthas here. Keep forgetting convictory sounds like someplace in Ishgard. In Foundation. And way out in the middle of Canada again. Hello, I'm tipping the scales. Shivering night. Both of you? Oh, the trap. Made that into fire what it did. It's freezing here. Found a spearhead though. Stuck in the dragon most like. Have it. Can't burn it, can I? And then we're going back. Probably could have done the leather working one somewhat in tandem with this, but now let's just get all the carpentry done. Carpenter ones done first. Most of it's just running around. All of it's just running around. Well, did you find Grooville's scale? That's the spirit. I'm spearheading this campaign. Something else, Monica. Remember my father's spear? This is a spearhead. This can only mean he fought in Grooville. That means that Grooville has killed him. My father died a knight's death. Father must have driven his lance in Grooville. It stayed in the dragon's body even through his 20-year sleep. When the dragon woke, he flew somewhere over the shroud where the shaft fell. Only the spearhead remained. By finding the pieces of the lance, we've learned the truth, but fate's been even kinder than that. It's given us the way to kill Grooville, too. Somewhere between the dragon's scales is an open wound. The spearhead long lodged there will have kept it agape. If I send an arrow into it... But can I hit such a target if I miss? No, I cannot risk it. Only the lance will serve here. No, please don't, Father. It's too dangerous. Grandfather fought Grooville with a lance and died. You barely escaped last time, and only because you were using a bow. I can end this with one thrust, Phil. Besides, I'm better with the spear, and I've got an ally your grandfather didn't have. Monica, she can fashion me a weapon finer than my father's. I won't lose, son. I can't lose. Fine, die. See if I care. Son, I'm sorry, but my mind is made up. I need a new lance. My father's was ferrite, but I wish for an adamantite trident. It's worth the gil, even to dip into my reserve coin, and if it allows me to clear my father's sullied name, you can name your price. Alright, but you need Master Carpenter 3. No, I don't. I have a character that can just make one where you can buy it. There you go. Alright, this is what I need. A spearhead keen as a dragon's claw and a sturdy haft welcoming to the hand. Even from you, this is better than I dreamed. To slay Grooville, I'll have to drive this into his heart through the wound my father left. I have no doubt I can do so with this. A lion wait in the Dravanian where he hunts, to the north of the Convictory. But I've got one last request to make of you. Philippus will be skulking around the holy stables. Please tell him why I'm doing this and that I will be coming home. For his honor. For Neuraxia. Hi, Philly. My grandfather's honor? He really said that? He never said anything nice about grandfather. Milksop, Lackwit traitor even. But maybe he always believed, secretly. Alright, I'll believe in my father too. I can't just sit back and wait for him to come home, can I? Please come with me to watch. Alright, you're fine with the winters of Canada? It's probably faster from here, right? Or not Mogholm. From here, from Tailfeather. Is this even that much closer? I don't know, going from one end up to the other in Corythus takes a long time. Probably take the same amount of time going from either way. Oh, there's murder going on. Win! Oh, get fucked! Victory! It's okay. You can watch. But the spear. And Gruvilla was... That's the spirit. You also look like you'd be cold here. That's right, fuck you, dragon. Did you see that, father? Couldn't have done it without you. You did it, you did it! Philippus, and what in Hell's name are you doing here? Father, the way you moved with the lance, I was wrong to doubt you. You're a proper dragon slayer now. I am at that. I've avenged my father and cleared his name. I've earned the bloody title. When the Order recognizes me, you'll finally get the life you deserve, son. Monica, I asked much of you, and you never let me down. You've got my thanks. No prob. I could not have slain Gruvilla without this lance. If only my father had such a fine weapon. I've got to go to where he rests and apologize. I lost faith in him. I listened to what others said. Hells, I've said more than my fair share of unkind things over the years, too. Where is he, father? Nearby. I've never been, but it's time you met him. Aren't you cold? Aren't you cold? Family. Me and the boy visit my father's grave. It's in the Lichyard and Gorgag Mills. Not so far from here. He would have liked you, Monica. Why not join us? Just leaving the corpse here? Alright. Of course you are. Alright, this ends here. Don't even have to go all the way back home to Gridania. Hello. Aw. Speaking of which, don't I visit Horschifon's grave soon? Father Ira, this is Monica. She's the one who made the trident. What I'm trying to say is, Gruvilla is dead. I killed him. And this is Philippus. He's my son and your grandson. I should have brought him sooner. I should have done a good many things sooner. Believe in you. Defend your honor. You were a brave knight, and a better man than me. Mine was the blow that killed Gruvilla, but only because your thrust was true. Farewell, father. I'll be back. Peace out. We'll go and make the truth about my father known to the Temple Knights. I and the dragon's death too. Thank you, Monica. None of this would have been possible without you. Bye! Alright, all done? All finished? I get all the materia. Alright, come back once you finish Heaven's Ward. Alright, leatherworking things. Right over here. All sorts of running around. Contradicting convictions. More quests. Welcome to Eld's House of Excellence. Our signboard is nearly hung, but I promise you you'll find no finer leatherwork in all of Ishgard. How about this? Would you like some samples? Oh, the guild representative. I beg your pardon, miss. I did not expect you so soon. If you allow me to look at your samples. Goodness. Finios finally puts my best to shame. These will sell splendidly. Please deliver your guildmaster my compliments in order for 1,000 circles of leather. No. You can't? No, you have the right of... No, you have the right of it. I should have known feeling such a large purchase would mean a great loss of life in the Black Shroud. I'm very new to this, honestly. Could you help me? Oh, excuse me, that was rather forward. It's just your hands. They're the hands of a true artisan, and calloused but strong, deft. They also oil Godbert. I'm a poor leatherworker myself, and I could use an experienced advisor, someone who can give me a fresh perspective. We're all in dire need of a fresh perspective. But I shall let you draw your own conclusion, shouldn't I? Please go and speak with the shopkeepers around here as a customer. I'm certain you'll see what I'm getting at. Hello, Matthew. Oh, my dear miss, what house do you serve? Oh, I see. Shopping for yourself, eh? Well, my wares are most reasonably priced. In fact, I take great pride in delivering the cheapest of goods to the lowborn. I will not be undersold. Running around, running around. And welcome to you, miss. Please feel free to visit our many, many shops. From highborn lords to working commoners, we strive to accommodate everyone's needs, but one word about the cheaper merchandise seems too good to be true. It most likely is. Words of wisdom. Don't get scammed, people. Gerhard. If you must go shopping, kindly do so in the Brume, sir. What? Must I repeat myself again? I do not have anything to sell to the likes of you, do you understand? You don't have the guilt to buy what I have to offer. I've wasted far too much time explaining myself. I have an appointment with the Count de Durandare. Good day, miss. I kinda think I can afford it. All I wanted was to give my daughter a nice dress for her name day. I even got the bloody gil. Why can't the poor get nothing nice, even if we've got the coin to buy? Considering on my main I've got over 1 billion gil. With nothing to spend it on. This guy's a merchant of Held. Pardon me, madame, which of these is best? I need a present to charm my wife, and I can't choose between what all seem to be splendid bags. Thank you for saying so, sir. But if you aren't in a hurry, we're scheduled to get a shipment far finer than these soon. Finer, well, only the best for my bride. Could you hold your favorite for me under the name Ordefashel? Politeness. Customer service! Hi. Ah, how did you find the shopkeepers? Something in their attitude struck you as a miss, yes? Yes, the merchants are concerned only with the coin of nobles and pay little heed to any need of the lowborn that is not low price. The artisans aren't much better. Those that fail to please the high houses are overrun with orders. They slap something shoddy together and sell it to the commoners. As a result, it's difficult for many Ashgardians to find anything but the worst of goods. But why, I ask you, is a commoner's coin lesser than a lord's? Shouldn't merchants offer high-quality products for everyone? I believe we should. We all deserve well-made goods that are within our budget, so I open a shop for all Ishgard, from the Hoplon to the Brume. Not everyone shares my belief, but if you see the value in my ideals, I'd love to have your expert advice. I do hope we meet again, my friend. Sure, I'll hang out and help a bit. I got nothing better to do. Come back at level 53. Done. Almost at level 73. Elda's wearing a slightly apologetic look. My friend, before we begin, could you take this missive to Mistress Elise? I know this isn't a task fit for my advisor, but I'm taking inventory of a new shipment of bags and I can't be away just now. So now I'm just doing chores for you. Hello, scheming not Lalafell. Hello again, miss. What can I do to assist you today, I have this. I owes contribution to the Mercantile Guild, and to judge by the weight of these funds, I dare say selling to the common man is proving profitable. But her ideas don't sit well with everyone. She needs to be particularly mindful of Gerhard. Suffice it to say that he's the hammer that pounds down any upstanding nails. Uh-oh. Bad people. Bad merchant thing. You read about a lot of these in manga. And we have more, Hildebrand, don't we? Who's hanging out here? Oh, there's Nashu. Thank you so much, friend. Really, I had to have gone myself, but I had to find the best bag for this gentleman here, as promised. Am I to blame for this little debacle? Pardon me, I arrived earlier than planned. I couldn't keep my wife waiting for her present, you see. Ah, and excuse me again, I seem to have interrupted you, adventurer. Oh, I appreciate Mistress Leia's concern, but I don't care. The time has come to breathe new life into the corrosion, and if Gerhard doesn't like it, too bad. So, can I count on you to help as my advisor? Sure. Wonderful, with an adept of the Leatherworkers Guild on my side, nothing can stop me. Monica, can I call you Monica? Thank you for helping. The Leatherworkers Guild? You know, I've always wanted to ask, are Gridanian boots really as good as everyone says? Korthus has been growing colder since the calamity. Finding warm footwear is hard, and anything cheap is like to send you head over arse. That's been my tender experience, at least. Yes, commoners do originally need proper footwear. I had a plan to use wyvern leather, but my craftsmen don't know how to work it. But Monica, couldn't you fashion a pair of sturdy work boots? My own craftsmen could use them as a pattern of sorts and begin production on their own. Wyvern skin work boots? After my last tumble, I could use a pair myself. Oh, wait your creation, friend. Done. Have you finished cutting and stitching the wyvern skin work boots? Yes. All finished. I'm finished all of the items for all the quests here. Goodness, even the artisans of the high houses would struggle to make such splendid footwear. You clearly put great thought into comfort, and wyvern leather will last a lifetime. I'm very impressed. I'll give these to my own leather workers to study forthwith. We have a bestseller in our hands, or at our feet. I can feel it. I'm no artisan, but I like what I see. Sign me up for a pair if you'd be so good. Excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of boots, and those caught my eye. Could I try them on? Modeling? My, these are easy on the feet, and I've never seen this design before. Did this lady here fashion them, perchance? Indeed she did. This is Malika, the consulting artisan for my shop and a member of the guild in Gridania. Gridanian master come to save the feet of Ishgard. Perhaps I can find some inspiration in that. Excuse me, pray name your price for these boots. I would like to wear them home. Oh, sir, I promise you I'll have many of the same soon, but that particular pair isn't for sale. Well, that is a pity. Pray save a pair for me when you do put them to market. You may consider it done. Customer service. For the commoners. For Neuraxia. 2 orders and as many bells. This bodes very, very well. Monica, boots based on designs by Gridanian Master will sell nicely. And quickly too. That was Aubernard, a bard of no small repute. If his admirers see him in your boots, Eld, you'll be fending shoppers off with a stick. Makes me glad I reserved my pair before him. Everything's coming together nicely. There is a fair wind coming to the Crozier, one that will waft us to success. And as long as it's for the commoners, all is good. Come back at 55. Done. Seems to be bustling. There's been a flood of people buying wyverns can work boots. I've even hired a number of new craftsmen because of the sales. However, I can't seem to find more wyvern leather. When I asked my usual supplier, he turned me down without a word as to why. Strange, much stranger. I heard Gerhard taking orders for wyvern leather goods on the way here. He wasn't quiet about it either. Would you see what Gerhard is up to? I doubt he'd even give me the time of day. Shenanigans. Crafting shenanigans. This guy's getting Gerhard to get rid of. This guy's really Gerhard-headed. It's not the only thing that's Gerhard. Hey, doofus. Stop the shenanigans. You're no customer, nor a woman of Ishgard, so you must be the so-called Gridanian master that naive girl hired. Out with then. What do you want? Wyvern leather. Wyvern leather? Yes, I have wyvern leather. I bought every last scrap of it, in fact. I needed all of it. You would do well to remember that business is war and the victor is he who controls the supplies. And don't bother looking for other suppliers. I use my clout with the merchants and not a one will deal with Eld. Now, I bid you good day. You lose. Good day, sir. That guy's fucking Gerhard-headed. Merchant of Eld. Bad things are happening. Well, if it's a war he wants, it's a war he'll get. But he has won this battle. We'll have to change our strategy. I know just how. After the wyvern skin boots, I'd meant to introduce something more stylish, fashionable, and functional. I've been eyeing leggings. From a merchant's perspective, of course, they're rarely seen in Ishgard. We'll revisit the material and then unveil a daring new design. What are your thoughts about damel skin? I think the patterning is subtle, but it will stand out when dyed. And the hide itself is quite hardy. Could you fashion a fine pair of leggings of scouting? My craftsmen have never worked damel skin, but with your fine example, I have no doubt they can do many things with it. Well, I'm already done. Could you make a pair of damel skin leggings of scouting, please? My own workers are less adept than you, and so the finer your work, the more they will learn from it. Here you go. High quality! These are everything I imagined. Why, I dare say these will be the crown jewel in our lineup, so amazed will be our customers. But only if we start selling before Guard steals the idea. There's no time to waste. Alright, more advertising. My craftsmen come up with this design based on yours. They're more boots than leggings, but the style is similar. Now I'll get to work making these in number, and I have an idea of how to drum up interest quickly. Aubernard, the bard. He seemed enchanted with your last creation. If you offer these to him yourself, I have little doubt he'll accept. Alright, so you used it for the basis the guys learned, and then now you're going to sell them the ones that I made. Please will find him in the Forgotten Night. Good luck, my friend. Alright, way down to the pub. Alright, people who are keeping it real, too. Hello, singing. The Gridanian Master in the flesh. To what do I owe the pleasure, madame? How about these complimentary boots? Oh, these are well-crafted boots. Mistress Eld is the most generous soul, giving them away for free, and 'twould be my pleasure to spread word of her shop. New boots. Spiky boots. Hooray! Hooray! My lords, ladies, gentlemen, and gentlewomen, lend me your ears. Allow me to introduce the woman who stands head and shoulders above all others. Leatherworkers Guild's own incomparable Monica. No. Embarrassed. By some divine guidance, she has come to Ishgard to offer us her latest and greatest designs. Renard, he's speaking on Elle's behalf now? Bah! Shenanigans? Behold, these are fruits of her genius, the finest in footwear and the best in boots. We're on your very own pair today at Elle's shop along the Jeweled Crozier. Hooray! Affordable, stylish boots! With spikes. Hardly find us work, but I believe that little taste has whet their appetites, eh? Thanks, dude. Alright, 2 quests to go in this quest line. Every quest gonna take me here. All done. So many customers come to order boots that my fingers hurt from writing down their names. Tell me, what did Arbonard say to inspire people so? Oh my, I didn't expect him to use you as a selling point. I imagine you'll be quite famous after this. That is the way of things, isn't it? The bard may have hastened the process, but skilled artisans are fated for fame one way or another. Yes, that is true. It's all a matter of what is deserved. The artisan deserves acclaim, and the customer deserves the best products, and that one's sure it is so. I've never seen you so worked up, Eld. Why now? Just get married already. No reason, I'm just a bit tired from the flood of orders today. I mean, while you're giving the people a quality that once only nobles could afford, I suppose breaking down the old barriers is tiring. I'm well aware that this is a gamble, but doesn't everyone want to dress well? I know it sounds naive, but deep down I think we all wish to look our best. At its heart, my mission is to give everyone that chance, and today I have been vindicated. But this will be for nothing if we cannot make good on our promises. I'll have my craftsmen work through the night, and I'll no doubt need you. I'll no doubt need you again before long. Come back at level 58, and a level up. Business is booming. Can't thank you enough for your help. All Ishgard now wishes to dress their best, and my letters are flying off the shelves. Some donate a portion of my profits to the Mercantile Guild. Could you deliver this pouch to Mistress Elise? I'm sorry to impose again. If it's just that the store is bustling and can't bear to tear myself away for even 1 minute. Could you look at and could you also ask her for a letter of introduction to the higher of the noble houses? Please don't confuse my intent, Monica. I'm not forsaking sales to the lowborn by any means, but I've also got you for an advisor, and I don't see why we shouldn't develop luxury products too. Just think with what this could do for our image. We're known for having the most stylish boots around. Think what we could become by proving we can answer the nobility's needs as well. Alright, we'll deliver. More chores. But the first step is getting that introduction from Mistress Elise. Thank you for doing this, my friend. Back and forth, back and forth. Whoa, you look like a black mage. It's also a Talafel. A third visit on Elle's behalf, I take it? Yes. I think, in all honesty, I hadn't put much hope in Elle's little avenger, but now she's been quite the fixture in the Crozier. Her business has brought a bustle to our market thanks to your sage advice, I dare say. The Mercantile Guild and I are grateful. If you need anything, name it, and it is yours. An introduction? Oh dear, that's the one thing I cannot give. I haven't the slightest notion who among the noble prizes leather, you see. However, might I suggest seeking Gerhard's advice? He has long plied his trade amongst the high houses, and an introduction from him would carry weight. Somehow I don't think he's gonna like me much. Because that's the most black mage looking Lalafell I've seen in a while. For Allah's sake, what could you possibly want now? Your introduction to the nobility? I suppose you'd like me to set fire to my wares for all the good it does my business? Why would you think for an instant that I'd help Eld? Well, you were right. I will help Eld. Happy to do so. Surprise! I'm deadly serious, madame. I'm an avid follower of Arbonard's, and I simply had to try your boots when I heard he was wearing them. The craftsmanship was... Well, I've been a merchant long enough to know when I'm beaten. I would like to reconsider joining your enterprise. But I do have one request before doing so. I want an ode, an Arbonard original. It isn't dignified for one of my stature to be seen asking for it in person. See to it and you'll have your introduction to the nobles. Alright, he got a new friend, new husband. Surprise. Do so love talking to the customers' stories here. Alright, did you get the introduction? I always knew Gerhard's bark was worse than his bite. He's been a merchant for years and years here. I can't imagine a better ally. I say we accept his terms. I need to pay Arbonard for promoting my shop in any case. It should put him in a good mood and hopefully get us an ode. Could you... Thank you. At this time of night, I believe the bard will be strolling in the Brume. Payment. Hello. Music for... Wait, is there somebody laying on the... Oh, okay, they're sitting. I was like, there's somebody lying down there. Hello, surprised to find me here. The Brume was my home once. Now it is home to my smallest devotees. Here, have some coin. My payment? But I already received my... Oh, I see. This money is not actually for me. I was making a nice donation to those in need, a generous one judging by the weight of this purse. She must have known I helped feed the children here. Well, rest assured I'll see to these funds make it to Geraldo's hands. Geraldo? And thence to those who need it. Pray keep this between us. Eld has ambition, but her goal is not Gil alone. Perhaps she wished you to know that and dispatched you here. An ode for Gerhardt? Well, I know the man. He comes to my performance early and often. Yes, I think I'll pen a little something. Eld has inspired me. It's funny, it was just a song making fun of him. Here you are, the merchant of Ishgard. Note to the trials and tribulations of a lowborn shopkeeper fighting against a noble artisan. I hope both Eld and Gerhardt appreciate it. Music man. Alright. Back to the merchants. Could be worse. What if it's the Ode of Oblivion and summons a siren? Hello, has permission come to the bard? The merchant of Ishgard. Thank you. Thank you. I do hope this pleases Gerhardt. I'll deliver to him myself as a gesture of goodwill, but I realize we've nothing to show the noble whom he introduces us. I must call upon your skills again to produce some finery. Could you make a dragonskin choker? I believe an exquisitely crafted one will win us noble patronage. And once we have that, the sky will be the limit. Guess what? Done. Truth be told, I've never seen a dragonskin choker. I am quite looking forward to beholding yours. Take a look. This is perfectly gorgeous. Why, the design will impress the most discerning of highborn, and the craftsmanship will thrill the most discriminating. And there you are. That ode is priceless. Really, I'd have given my fortune for it, and I am a man of my word. Here, the letter of introduction. Thank you, Master Gerhardt. It is very, very much appreciated. My dear, forgive me for misjudging you. I've heard you learned what it is to be an artisan at your grandsire's knee, and I can see now the devotion drives your own work. Too few have the same spark these days, and it would be my honor to help keep it alight. I've had a word with Alaise, and she's likewise willing to support your enterprise, even with coin from the Mercantile Guild's own coffers if necessary. Now, I have a number of storerooms around the city. They are yours to use, should you need the space. I hardly know what to say. Thank you, Gerhardt. This guy's not Gerhardt-headed. He's not scheming anything, is he? Well, things are going well for you in the Gridanian Master Eld. I dare say you'll climb even higher yet. And then materia. And stuff to dismantle. Alright, last quest. Level 60. Oh, in order to make I need Master Leatherworker 3. No, I don't. My business is on the cusp of great growth. I can feel it. Eld, your business is threefold larger than when we met. How could you possibly expand it more than you already have? With a commission of great size, armor for the Temple Knights. Until now, the Holy See's own craftsmen made all of it, but not any longer. Strange to mention that, actually. There are calls within the order to create a more mobile band of knights. They have to be discussing what armor will let them move swiftly and silently. I don't know if they choose leather, just think of the rewards we shall reap. But how did you come to know the inner workings of the order? For that matter, why do you spend your every free moment here? Who are you, Master Ortefashel? Sir, Ortefashel, if you must know, I'm a Temple Knight, a currently homeless Temple Knight. My wife kindly soul just threw me out. Even that leather bag did not soothe her savage temper, so I've taken a cheap room at Cloud 9 and wandered the town by day. Which is partially because I am charged with supplying the order. I've been looking into leather armor and have hardly suggested it, but I'm alone in saying so and my voice carries little weight. It's customary for the order to armor itself in plate and chainmail. Simply put, no one will give that up in favor of leather. But the woodways of the Gods Quiver have long used leather armor. Surely that is proof enough of its worth. Well, I'd anticipated some opposition. I drew up a letter to ask Guildmaster to give us advice on selling leather armor. Could you take a turn and explain the situation? Are they gonna give a damn? In the meantime, Ortefashel and I, pardon me, Sir Ortefashel and I will discuss how best to approach the order. Gee. Geva's gonna be like, you've been gone for a long time. It's like, didn't I give an order to refuse? Hi, Monica, I haven't heard a peep from Eld or you. I take it the two of you have worked out a deal? Yes. Well, it sounds like you used your time well enough, and getting a commission from the Temple Knights would be a feather in Eld's cap. However, I don't see why you need my help selling this idea. You know leather armor is light and flexible. The Knights likewise know plate mail is heavy and stiff. That should be enough. If the Order is choosing metal because they think it protects them better, then you provide them proof to the contrary. Simple, no? And should they want precedence, tell them of... That's quite the name. Cicero Pontifout. He was a leatherworker who visited from the Holy See in the time of my grandfather. Cicero, though skilled in his own right, needed Gridania expertise to craft armor impervious to pincers, stingers, claws, and fangs. With the Guildmaster's help, he succeeded. To this day, no one has devised a better leather hardening technique. It's used in every suit of armor for the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver. You have inherited it as a pupil of mine, in fact. Well, there you have it. Win the commission with that tale of friendship between nations. Failing that, fashion a suit of armor with your customary care and demonstrate its effectiveness. Now, are you quite finished wasting my time? So I can bring this letter. It's like, yeah, we need help, and Kev was just like, bruh. It's like, just do your usual shit. I'm busy, dude. Go away. Welcome back. We're just about to begin a discussion. A meeting about making leather armor, which I've already crafted. I raised the issue of leather armor with the other knights, but not a man among them will give up his plate mail. Moreover, someone brought the same idea to the Order years ago and was dismissed on the basis of tradition. Time is no, I care deeply for tradition, but now isn't the time. The calamity has changed us, changed everything, and we cannot pretend otherwise. Just look at the weather. Good point, Gerhard. It's cold now and like to get colder. Wearing woolen tunics means plate mail is a cumbersome affair. Leather armor offers more warmth and greater ease of movement. I don't think that alone will be enough, though. Monica, what did the Guildmaster Geba have to say? She literally said to fuck off. She's busy. So ideal armor will be slightly thicker for warmth and bear the brunt of even a behemoth's attack, but such as possible, yes? An Ishgardian artisan came up with this, eh? Well, add to the fact that the Wood Whalers and God's Quiver use techniques still, and maybe we'll make the sale. Sorry, what did you say the name of the artisan was? Cicero Pontifout? Good heavens, Eld Grandsire. I've seen his name in our records. He was the one who brought leather armor before the Temple Knights and left for Gridania after being turned down. We must get this commission. My grandsire left me little, save one set of designs for leather armor. They've always been beyond my skill to craft, but I dare say you could manage it. You know a technique he spent his life perfecting, Monica. Please, use it to fashion his chivalric long coat of aiming. I have a feeling this will be a sight to see. I guess we're gonna get Aether Sand for it to actually craft it, I believe. But I'm already done. Have you any difficulty reading my grandsire's notes? I'll admit the squiggles are hard to decipher. There you go. Actually, does it even have to be high quality? Because above the armor is more splendid than I could have imagined. Is it? No, it actually doesn't have to be. Every stitch is carefully precision, yet it has the same sense of warmth as my grandfather's work. He was praised as genius, so revolutionary was his design, but he had no sense for business and died having never lived up to his potential. I chose to become merchant because of that. Quality and craftsmanship are important, but they mean nothing if the product never reaches the customer. I'll never be as equal as leatherwork, but I can serve the people in ways he never could. My dream is a shop in every town, each delivering fine goods to those who need them, and I can only do that if we succeed today. Come, let us go before the Temple Knights and triumph where grandfather failed. They receive us as at the Light Feather Proving Grounds. I will go ahead with Sir Ortefalsho. Meet us there, my friend. Way out here. Back to the Forgotten Night. Night to meet you. Proving Grounds. Hi, guys. Not bad of me, eh? Now, let us see if we can't sell 100 assists to the Order. Are they gonna test it out? They're gonna poke it, see how strong it is? As I say, Mr. Sal, we do suffer from the ever-present snows. I also do not deny the number of my knights have succumbed to frostbite, and their metal armor was a factor. But even so, few amongst us would trust their lives to the strength of leather. This guy out of the Handaloop? Then allow us to put your worries to rest, Sir Handaloop. Wasn't he part of the Moogle quest? Live test. Will he be able to bear it? Ow! I'm fine. What do you say to that display, Commander? I mean, there's a monster right beside you. Me up there is mere leather armor after all. I think would serve well for scouting and stealth. Wee, run! We'll continue our talks later, though I ask you to give me some time. The order has never gone outside of the Holy See for its armor, but I will give you my word that my knights will don your leathers. Sir Andaloop, you have my sincerest thanks. I need no thanks, Mr. Jealous. Sir Artificial's armor protected him, and that is proof enough for me. Tell me, who crafted it? Monica, my lord, leatherwork of incomparable skill. And not only you were so skilled in artisan, madame, but great talent must never go unrecognized. I'll personally see that it does not. Monica, I'm a step closer to my dreams thanks to you. I must return to my store. The place will grow busier and busier from here onwards. Night to meet you. Night order time. Oh, what are these guys doing out here? Hi guys. There you go, let's go to the tavern together and soon. My friends all demand to be introduced to the Way of Light and they refuse to take no for an answer. Pray pay no heed to Lord Manolane, but Mr. Stark, I'm certain you have far more pressing demands of your time, and for his part my lord has lessons to attend. He resumed training in the blade, you see, and has shown admirable dedication for the most part. I believe he has a mind to take up Lord Harshfront's mantle, but if he has to succeed in this, he'll need all the help he can get and as few distractions as possible. Alright, more quests complete. Could not have done this without you, my friends. For a strange chain of events, Elder Grandsire ventured to Gridania where he planted seeds of his technique, and the flowers that bloomed from them returned to Ishgard and Monica's hands. We were fantastically lucky. Perhaps we're Master Gerhard, but luck means little without skill and effort. I have greater dreams for my shop yet, and I'll achieve them only by striving harder. Knowing how I'd strive, my dear, I think I'd better start rebuilding my storehouses as proper workshops. Just get married already. Monica, think again. My grandsire's technique returned with you to Ishgard, and I'll see my own craftsmen put it to good use. Well, you have the Temple Knights clamoring for leather armor. They would like the name of the artisan. The artisan's name? Well, I have a splendid idea about that. I'm going to build new workshops, and I'm planning to put your name on the signs outside. Just as Fenio is known in Gridania, so too shall your name become a brand and a new standard of excellence, Monica. Hooray! Fame! Alright, leatherworking quest done, so all of Gridania's crafting and gathering is done. Alright, so that is a lot. Next time, more class quests. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!